persistency, proficiency, profanity. You are in for a Reformer Random Fact Wednesday workout. You and me, you're holding me accountable, and I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. When you're looking for power, how do you manufacture it? You know, you hear the saying, power comes from within. What does that mean? Power comes from being persistent, proficient, and profanity. So persistent means you never give up. You always keep striving to do a little bit more. And when you do that, you become more proficient. And when you're more proficient, you're able to give a little bit more. But here's the key. Here is the secret sauce to more power, to finding power, to getting power, to finding power from within. All these power quotes that you can read. You become more powerful when you use profanity, when you use those F-bombs. Now, I didn't make this up. This is science. This is research and science. Ben Bergen is a cognitive scientist of taboo languages. And what he discovered is that you, my friend, can increase your energy by 5% when you use profanity. I did not make this up. He wrote a whole book on this called What the F. You can find it on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And he found that by putting people on treadmills, on stair climbers, somewhere just holding those like stress balls, that he was able to get a measure of their energy level. And then he told them to use profanity. And what he found was by exerting those words of profanity, those words of power, shall we say, their energy increased by 5%. Now think about that for a second. If you were already giving 100%, and then you add an extra 5% on top of that, you're basically a superhero. Then he found out, due to science, that he could increase your pain tolerance. He could increase pain tolerance. So he did this very humanely. He used a control group, put their hand in the water, very ice cold, like Titanic kind of cold water, and told them that they could use regular words, you know, like tree, like umbrella, flower. And they were able to keep their hand in there for a duration. And then he told them they could use profanity. They were able to withstand that pain 50% longer. I mean, you do the math. Increase their pain tolerance by 50%, keeping their hand in the water for 50%. So here's the thing. If you're in the gym, you know you've heard the people making all of that noise. They're not necessarily using profanity, but think about if they did. We're going to come back to those people here in a second. Because what he found out was that the reason profanity is so effective is because it's a taboo language, right? There's a whole premise of his book, of his study. It's a taboo language where we are actually conditioned from a young age to suppress that. So when we're stepping outside of that, even if we've become of an age that we're allowed to, we're so conditioned, unless you're from New Jersey, we're so conditioned not to say those type of words that it actually makes our palms sweaty. So does this reformer. Palms sweaty, makes your eyes dilate, your heart rate goes up. It's like an adrenaline rush. And that's where that extra 5% of energy comes from. I didn't make this up. This is science. Now, I will say that my youngest was watching a science show where they did a very similar experiment. And instead of profanity, they used grunting, "Ugh," or "Ugh," like your Kia. And that it also increased pain tolerance. I don't know about the energy, and I was not able to find the same show to tell you what the percentage was, but it still increased it. So if profanity is not your gig, I totally get you. And you can use your grunting and your kias and your because that's a real thing to get through your workout. And that could be digging a hole for new plants. That could be putting the fence up. Whatever it is for you. That's how you can increase your energy, your power. You can harness it from within. You can manufacture it with persistency, proficiency, and profanity. All right, I have to do the other side. You have a wonderful day. Bye.